everybody, welcome to the Stream Team. I'm Patrick Stinson, and this is the show where we check out everything that's streaming so that you can just focus on the good stuff. And yes, it is our holiday episode. Not a traditional holiday episode, though. We're just giving some stuff that you can watch and enjoy during the holidays. You know, a lot of people are working from home, and now that the holidays are here, even that work is slowing down or stopping completely. So what are you gonna do? Read? I don't think so. What are you gonna do? Go exercise? No, thank you. So that's what we're here for. Today we are singing and dancing with Nicole Kidman, Meryl Streep, and Kerry Washington as we head straight to the prom. Promising Young Woman is a promising new thriller with Carey Mulligan out for revenge. And The Pack is all about epic adventures, wagging tails, and wet noses. Joining the Stream Team today is entertainment host, film critic, and Celebrity Page TV correspondent Rachel Smith, and host and film critic Andrew Freund from Dish Nation. Both are making return visits. You guys must have liked it because you keep coming back.
We can't get enough of it, Stinson. We cannot get enough.
Thanks for coming back, guys. And Andrew, we're gonna jump right into the movie that everyone and their mama is talking about, The Prom. Tell me why The Prom is so much a buzz today.
Okay, first I'll ask you guys, I'll ask you both. Do you both like to be happy?
Yes.
Okay, so we like to be happy. Do you like singing?
Yes.
Do you like dancing?
Yes. Jazz hands.
Well, then The Prom is for you. Let's take a look.
Okay, people, this is the part where we roll up our sleeves and we put on a prom with our own bare hands.
I just don't understand it.
Well, I think it's brave.
Let's get this party started.
It's time to
Okay, guys, so The Prom is another Ryan Murphy classic. That's right, Ryan Murphy, as you know, is the creator of American Horror Story and of Glee. And he takes a spin on the Broadway musical The Prom and adapts it into a film. Now, the film centers around a girl who wants to take her girlfriend to her prom. However, the PTA in her small town in Indiana will not let her. So a group of Broadway icons finds out, and it's up to them to deliver the prom that she wants. Now, these aren't just, you know, some no-name icons. We've got Meryl Streep, we've got Nicole Kidman, we have Andrew Reynolds, we have Kerry Washington. It is a huge all-star cast. And the movie is splashy, there's 10 million sequins, there's choreographed dance numbers. It's kind of everything that we want it to be. And a lot of the buzz that's happening right now about the film is centering around James Corden. Now, James Corden, of course, talk show host, also actor, but he plays a gay role in this film. And there's a little controversy on, can straight actors play someone gay in a film? I'll leave that up to you to decide, but I think that he gives a pretty stellar performance and a really raw and emotional performance as a Broadway actor in the film who's kind of down on his luck, and he just wants to give back, he wants to do something, and his character arc goes through quite an emotional journey. But one of the best things about this film is the music. I mean, you can't stop humming it. You also can't stop imagining what it would be like in some of those choreographed dance numbers yourself, because they're huge, and they're so epic. I just absolutely love this film, and I loved being happy, and I love smiling. I loved it. I loved it.
You know, Andrew and I are both critics, and we don't always agree on every movie, but we saw this a few weeks ago when we talked to the cast, and both of us were like, I cannot wait until this is available on Netflix for everybody to watch, because it's so the movie we need right now. It's been such a depressing year. It's really hard during the holidays. Some people can't be with their families. So this is just, you turn it on, it's singing, it's dancing, it's celebration. It's getting mixed reviews, which really confuses me because, again, it's a phenomenal cast. It's got a great movie message behind it of love, acceptance, equality, but it's also done in a very celebratory way. So I just thought it was completely delightful. I thought it was one of the best movies of the year by far.
It's funny, Rachel, I said to Kerry Washington in the interview, I was like, is it okay for us to be happy? Because this year has been we're filled with so much angst. And she was like, it is always appropriate to cultivate your joy. So now my mantra is, thank you, Kerry Washington. I will be cultivating joy. Patrick Stinson, are you going to be cultivating your joy for the rest of the year?
I am joyful from the inside out all the time.
I mean, he's wearing a Santa hat. It's got to be
Right.
joyful.
Andrew, come on.
I see it. I see it.
It's a good
Thank you. All right, we are going to make something of a hard U-turn from the Prom to Promising Young Woman with Carey Mulligan. But I have to say this, Rachel, Carey Mulligan is one of those actors who is always rock solid. And I hear the same is true in Promising Young Woman.
Mark my words, she will be up for an Oscar this year. Again, she's been nominated a few times. She does such a great American accent, by the way. And this is a movie, unlike Prom, that's not for the whole family. When the kids go to bed, it's got a very serious theme. It's kind of a edgy, very dark revenge film, but it's done in such a stylized, modern way with one of the best soundtracks of the year. In fact, they best use of a Paris Hilton song. Remember that song?
Yes, so good.
Best use of that song ever, since Paris has been to Ibiza. And then, of course, there's a Britney Spears redo on Toxic, which plays during the trailer. Take a look.
What happened?
I left under unusual circumstances.
You remember what happened, right? Why I dropped out.
I'm not the only one who didn't believe it.
We get accusations like this all the time.
Who needs brains? They never did a girl any good.
So you can see this is a very serious subject matter, but done in a very cool, entertaining, engaging way. It makes you think, but it is entertaining the whole time with some of the best performances of the year. And by the way, it is the directorial debut of this actress, Emerald Fennell. She's playing Camilla Parker Bowles in The Crown. She wrote it and directed it, and this is her first ever feature film. So very much a female empowerment movement coming out for Me Too. And when bars finally reopen, it's going to have people, I think, rethinking the way they do nightclubs.
But you're saying bars will finally open one day.
Please.
By the way, I concur with Rachel. Carey Mulligan will 100% be nominated this coming award season for everything. Her performance was amazing. Also, Rachel, those wigs. She's got great wigs in this movie. I mean, if you like wigs.
Who doesn't like wigs?
And some great cameos. I mean, you've got like Connie Britton, you've got Mick Lovett. What's the actor's real name?
Christopher Mintz-Plotz. And you have my gym friend, Max Greenfield is in this movie.
That's right. So there's a lot of other great supporting roles that really well done. Laverne Cox is phenomenal, but this is Carey Mulligan's role. She stars in it. And again, very heavy film, but very well done.
Excellent. Excellent. We will definitely check it out. The Stream Team recommends Promising Young Woman. All right, now for something exciting, fun, and completely heartwarming. It is a first of its kind reality competition show called The Pack.
Think that I'll keep loving you way past 65.
This is a life that I thought I'd never have with a dog by my side.
I was getting deep, dude.
That's the way it is.
Now, I like to describe The Pack on Amazon Prime Video as The Amazing Race plus dogs. The show follows teams of dogs and their people on a worldwide adventure. And guys, I really mean a worldwide adventure. Mexico, Costa Rica, the Swiss Alps, London, Paris. The people and their dogs went to all these places competing in various challenges. The dogs are adorable and trying their best. The people are going all out. It's really inspirational and emotional. You're rooting for everyone. The whole season is now available on Amazon Prime. It's a good binge, but I will tell you that I was only able to watch 2 to 3 episodes at a time before I literally had to take a cry break, because I was crying so hard, because nothing bad. It's just so sweet. The people are bonded with their pets. The people are bonded with their dogs, and then they're helping each other. It's not a Real Housewives kind of reality show. It's like one of those ones where they encourage each other. And I really, really thought it was well done. And I just want to thank my friend Marlene for recommending to the Stream Team and to me to check out The Pack. I tell you guys, you should watch The Pack, and you will end up getting a dog. I guarantee it. Well, maybe not guarantee it, but I highly recommend The Pack.
Santa Pups a few years ago. Remember Santa Pups?
Yes. This is completely different than that. Completely different. All right, and next up, we're going to talk about some folks who are as well-traveled as the dogs from the pack. We're talking, here we go, Andrew, the upper crust in Bridgerton, thanks to Shonda Rhimes.
All right, now, if you guys are going through crown withdrawal, Netflix has a new show, and it's called Bridgerton.
We could pretend to form an attachment.
Pairing like that would be most enchanting indeed.
Every presumptuous mother in town will leave me alone, and every suitor will be looking at you. Stare into my eyes. If this is to work, you must appear madly in love.
Okay, so my newest obsession, which I'm gonna call it right now on the stream team that people will be talking about come Christmas Day, is a new show called Bridgerton. It takes place in Regency era England. So that's around the time of 1811 to 1820. In upper aristocratic London, where there's debutantes and they're wearing ball gowns and all of these things. But imagine that world, executive produced by Shonda Rhimes. So there's gonna be scandal, get it, scandal.
You got it.
There's gonna be sex, there's gonna be drama, there's gonna be really attractive people, there's gonna be amazing costumes, and one of the most amazing things about this show is the casting, because I cannot remember a time where I have seen a period piece with an eclectic group of people and people of color of all kinds, but also seeing people of color as dukes, as ladies, as the queen, something that we've never really seen before. And it is one of the most beautiful shows I've ever seen. The sets are just these grand, lavish ballrooms and gardens. And I don't want to give away too much because Netflix will kill me. But I literally binged the whole series within a matter of 2 days. I think there's not eight or nine episodes. I couldn't stop. I literally could not stop watching. And it's one of those shows where you stop and you keep thinking about it. Like you're like, okay, God, what's going to happen? I couldn't stop watching it. It's inventive. I can't recommend it enough.
Andrew, is it kind of like, I haven't seen it yet, is it kind of like a Downton Abbey with some diversity?
Yeah, it's like a Jane Austen era. Oh, and I forgot to mention the best part is there's a Gossip Girl twist. Woo. And there is a narrator through the entire thing. And Rachel, guess who the narrator is?
Blake Lively?
Julie Andrews.
You can't do better.
Perfect.
Come on.
Perfect.
My name is Lady Whistledown. You do not know me, but I know you.
I'm in.
Yeah. So it comes out on Christmas Day. I imagine people will be eating their ham and their turkey and all that stuff and binging Bridgerton because it's fantastic. And the cast is mostly unknowns. I didn't know who most of them are, and they will become household names after this show comes out.
Andrew, I got to tell you, when you told me you were going to talk about this, I went and checked it out, and I was watching the trailer, and I was like, these are the prettiest people I've ever seen in my life.
And one of the things that you'll notice, of course, Shonda Rhimes had a huge deal at ABC, and then she went over to Netflix with this huge $150 million deal, is when Shonda comes to Netflix, there's some skin, people. You're going to see this is not a show for kids. This is an adult show. There is sex on this show.
Is there any sex, Andrew?
Sex.
You know what? When they have romance back in those period pieces, they've got all these petticoats and all these, corsets they have to wear. So the guys have to do a little romance, and just because it takes so long to get to the goods.
But petticoats are flying.
Petticoats are flying. No bonnets. There's no bonnets in this show, but petticoats, and there's sex. That's all I got to say. Lots of sex.
Love it. All right, we are almost to our last selection, but before we go, I want to give some entertainment gifts, some Stream Team stocking stuffers, if you will, little quick bites. So on HBO has the Bee Gees, How Can You Mend a Broken Heart? Big buzz about this documentary on the legendary band from the early days to how Saturday Night Fever came about. You will love the music and the memories. On Netflix, we have Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. It also features great music and gritty music as well. Viola Davis stars as the woman known as the mother of the blues, and it is Viola like you have never seen her before. The film is produced by Denzel Washington and marks the final on-screen performance of Chadwick Boseman. And Christmas Day, you can check out Jamie Foxx on Disney Plus in Pixar's Soul. Jamie plays a musician who gets a dream gig, but then a little accident separates his soul from his body. I hate it when that happens. And he ends up in the great before, where souls get their personalities before coming to Earth. You can expect all the feels and the warm fuzzies that you can imagine. And speaking of feels and warm fuzzies, this brings us to our final selection today. And Rachel told me that you said you wanted to talk about this, and it warmed my heart. You said you were obsessed, and I was like, Rachel, you have no idea. I'm completely obsessed with the Great British Baking Show.
It's so good. Anyone who has watched this gem of a import from, of course, overseas again, it is the most delightful. We've all seen like Top Chef and Food Network, but this is the most. Obviously it's a British contestants, British judges. They have to make things like tartare and puff pastries and build things. But if you need something to put on in the background when you've got holiday friends or family over, in small gatherings, of course, safely. We can't all sit down and watch a movie together, but this is just, you put it on and it's just got the most, you're immediately de-stressed. It's almost like meditation. It's so relaxing, yet so entertaining. I mean, Patrick, it's just the most enjoyable thing to watch, right?
It's fun and it's funny and you're rooting for the people. This is where I learned that shoe pastry has nothing to do with shoes. And now I've been using phrases like shoe pastry. And also, it's been on for 450 years almost. There are a lot of seasons. I've seen several seasons more than once. It's just one of those things you can just sit down and watch it, and it's just fun and it's entertaining, and it's just one of those things. And Rachel, I want people to watch it. I've told friends about it, and then they're like, you watched that? And I'm like, yes, I've watched every episode. I don't know what's wrong with you. My friends are different.
Can it teach you how to cook? Like, I don't know how to bake anything. Can it teach you how to bake?
I don't really teach as much because I don't know how to bake and measure. And they're pretty advanced bakers. These aren't just your home cooks, because they're doing like beautiful displays and showpieces and everything. But it's so relaxing to watch them make like, lemon curd and then, puff pastry this and some, and there's like these things that they have in the UK that some of these delicious desserts that I'm like, we need that instead. Can we ship the fruitcake and take some of those? Because they've got some delicious little goodies, but it's in this white tent. It's very holiday feeling. And I don't know. It's just really, like I said, it warms your heart. It's perfect for the holiday season. And I think they dumped like 12 seasons on Netflix, so you can just jump in and watch whatever you want.
And they also have the Great British Baking Show Holiday Edition, which is perfect for right now. And that way, it's not as long of a stretch to watch. And you can maybe sit down when you have your drunk uncle in the next room and you're like, I gotta get away from Uncle Buster. Just go sit, watch a couple of episodes of the Great British.
We've all got an Uncle Buster, Patrick.
We've all got an Uncle Buster.
Uncle Buster's wife will enjoy it because there's a little bit of eye candy. One of the judges is a silver fox named Paul Hollywood. And he's quite a handsome fella. I'm just saying. I usually like him younger, but I would make an exception for Paul.
And in the tent, a handshake from Paul Hollywood. It's over. It's over. It's over.
It's like Johnny Carson inviting you to the couch.
Absolutely, absolutely. But then there's a cake when you get to the couch.
Even better.
I'm in.
Hey guys, thank you both so much for joining the stream team today. Before we go, Rachel, tell me, where can our viewers find you, follow you, and see your work?
Well, you can follow me, of course, let's just do the one Instagram. It's Rachel Smith Vegas at Instagram. But then all of my celebrity interviews and movie segments air on the nationally syndicated show Celebrity Page TV, which airs in every city across the country. So you can watch for me there. And if you come to Vegas, swing by Shay Smith and just say hi.
Say hi from a distance. Andrew, where can we see your work? Where can we follow you? How do we get in touch?
You can watch me on television, on Dish Nation, on Fox, on every station in the country. You can listen to me on SiriusXM every week on Jeff Lewis Live on Radio Andy. And you can follow me on Instagram at Andrew Freund, just my name.
Love it. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. Happy holidays, everybody.
Happy holidays.
Presents, I'll send them to you. I'll get them in front of the tree, okay?